welcome everybody of the World Wide Web. So it is Cypher Sigma here. I'm in the toy video game room, whatever you would want to call it, the man cave. And yes, we are 2 episodes down, or 2 episodes left, I should say. So we have 4 units. So we have this unit and that unit in this episode, and then we have that one and that one. And then we are done for the culling of the collection. This is what we are currently faced with at the minute. Obviously, this is what I will get rid of. These are what I'm thinking of rewatching. Once I've done it all, I will go over it another again and maybe stuff will be moved. But we shall get into this series. I should have really cleared stuff off, so it's my own fault. So we will move here. So we start off with The Evil Cult, which is a Jet Li movie. That will stay. The Evil Dead, I enjoyed. Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, can't go. This is the 2012, is it, remake? That's fine, that will stay there. The X I enjoyed. The Exorcist, I've watched it, it's alright. It will go. I don't really have space to put stuff, so it will go behind me. There you go, I've got a space. Let me go into the Expendables. So I enjoyed 1, 2 and 3. Then we have the Equalizers, 1, 2 and 3 again. I enjoyed them. The Eye wasn't too bad. The Factory was quite a fun movie. The Faculty I really enjoyed back in the day. And then the Fall Guy Steelbook, which I should have really just got the normal version, but hey ho, you live and learn. So then we have The Family. I quite enjoyed this, where they kind of witness protection. The Family Man, I really enjoyed this. I think we get the bow and arrow through. I think it's The Family Stone. Yeah, I remember that being meh, so that will go in the pile. So we have Fast and Furious films. So we had the box sets from 1 to 7. And then we have 8 and 9. I don't own 10 and Hobbs and Shaw. Then we had The Fault of Our Stars, quite a nice one. The Festival, I have to watch that. So The Fifth Element, I enjoyed. The Fifth State, I've not seen it. Oh, that's the WikiLeaks bloke. The Fighter, I enjoyed. Fighting Temptations was all right. The first 20 million, I quite enjoyed. Andy Garcia, early movie in his history of acting. The 5 Engagement was enjoyable. The Flash, that was a gift from AJ, so that stays. The Flintstones, I do enjoyed that. Then we have The Flood, which is a crocodile movie. I think, did AJ give that to it? Yeah, which wasn't too bad. And then The Fog, obviously Tom Welling's remake of a Carpenter movie, I want to say. The Forbidden Kingdom, which was enjoyable. The Forger, it's really good. It stars Peter from the Hunger Games. He forges artwork and stuff. I came across it really randomly, enjoyed it, then found out the founder, Michael Keaton, Going About McDonald's. That was a really enjoyable one as well. The Fountain, I thought was really weird, so that will go. The Fourth Kind, I think I'll have to put it down as a rewatch. I thought it was a bit weird, alien abduction stuff. Then we had The Frighteners. It's all right. The second movie, Frozen Ground, is John Cusack, so that will stay. The Game, Michael Douglas, was enjoyable. The Game of Their Lives. Where's Bentley football one? I don't even think they've seen this, so I'll put it on the watch pile. Then The Game Plan was enjoyable. The Gentleman, I really, really loved that. And then we had The Ghost. That was really disappointing, so that can go as well. If I can remember what pile on. Right, hang on, sorry. So we go into The Gift, which I enjoyed. Keanu Reeves. Kate Blanchett, I want to say. Girl Next Door, really enjoyed Elijah Cuthbert back in the day. Girl on a Train, me and my wife saw it at the cinema. Did enjoy it, mystery. The Girl with All the Gifts, I've not seen it, so that can't go. Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, I've seen number 1. I really need to sit down and watch all of them. And then we have the 2 American remakes. Again, have not seen any of them. Then we have The Giver, was all right. It was all about kind of a community. Jeff Daniel was all about community and stuff. I don't think it's as bad as people thought. The Godfather Collection, I will keep it. That was one of my last buys from Blockbuster, funny enough. The Golden Child, Numsy, you cannot beat that. The Golden Compass, which is obviously his Dark Material. I enjoyed this movie, shame we didn't get more. The Good Night, that can go. Obviously, then we have The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, A Fistful of Dollars and A Few Dollars More trilogy, that will stay. Then we have the kind of Asian remake-ish, very weird but enjoyable. I say weird because obviously it's the weird in there. Then we have The Good Wife, so we have all of that up to season 7. Then The Goonies, The Grand Budapest Hotel, I've seen, was alright, will not one I will visit. It was on my top 100s. The Great Gatsby, I've seen it once and I weren't really paying that much attention. Charlie Chaplin, that will keep, that's quite a hard one to get hold of. I did quite enjoy having that in my collection. The Greatest Showman was fun. That's The Great Wall, I believe. And then had The Green Hornet. Wasn't too bad for Seth Rogen. And we had The Green Mile. The Grey. It's good. I just wished it had a bit of a better ending, but I do enjoy it for the most part. Then we have the original Grinch, live action with Jim Carrey, and then we have the Benedict Cumberbatch animated one, which I do like it. I like his Max. The Grudge, I've not seen for ages. I think this is the Japanese version. So, The Guardian, I really enjoyed this movie. That's why I sourced it. The Guests. I'm on the fence, so I will keep that where it is for now. Then we have The Guyver. Right, I do need to get the Mark Hamill version of that. Then we have The Hamiltons, which is kind of about a vampire family, and then the sequel to it, The Thompsons. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I'll have to put it, I don't think I've seen this. I think I bought it and I've never watched it, so I'll put it on the to watch pile. Then we obviously have The Hangover 1 and 2, The Happening. That gets a bit of a M. Night Shyamalan. I'll put it on the rewatch pile because it's been so long. Hard Corpse, rewatch. The Hard Way, I'll stay. The Haunted Mansion, so it's the Eddie Murphy one, not the latest one. Heartbreak Kid was enjoyable. Ben Stiller. Then we have Heat with Sandra Bullock. I enjoyed that. The Help, I thought, was really quite good as well. Hills of Eyes, I've not. I did enjoy this, so I'm going to put it to go. I'm a sci-fi fan, but yeah, this doesn't tick the boxes. The Hitcher. Which I enjoyed. I don't know have I got Hitcher and then The Hitcher, is that one is separate? Okay. And then The Hitman's Bodyguard. I enjoyed 1. 2 was a waste of time in my eyes. And then we have Hull, the Thora Birch kind of 90s. They're all stuck in a place. Sorry about that. Then Le Hole, which is kind of a kids movie. That was all right. The Holiday, The Host, I enjoyed. Rob Schneider's White Chicks. The Hottie and the Nottie, that can go. The House was quite fun. The House Bunny wasn't too bad. And then The Hunger Games. The Hunt, I really enjoyed. I watched it, streamed it. The Hunted. Not seen that. That looks quite interesting. Then Hurt Locker, I enjoyed that as well. The Ice Harvest, again, John Cusack, so that ain't going anywhere. The Idols of March. I've seen it. I don't recall it. I'm not sure, so I will leave it there. Then The Illusionists. I enjoy the one with Christian Bale and that. I love the other one to that. The Imagination of Dr. Panakis. I thought that's very weird, so that can go. But Wonderstone, actually really enjoyed this. The Iron Mask. It's bad, but it's the only time you're going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jackie Chan in a movie. So that will stay there. The Man with the Iron Mask. Good concept. There are a few good executions. It's one of those ones where they try and do the West and the East together. It's all right. The Impossible, obviously Tom Holland's first movie on-screen appearance, I think. Then we have The Inbetweeners, season 1 and 2, and then the movies. Indian... Apologies there. Indian in the Cupboard, really enjoyed it. Kid from a film as a kid. The Intern wasn't too bad. Anna Hathaway. Then we have The Internship, kind of the wedding singers there. The Interpreter was a fun film with Nicole Kidman. And then Nicole Kidman again in The Invasion. The Adventure of the Lion, as I've more warm to Ricky Gervais, that's definitely so. The Invisible Man, a great movie. I think I want to upgrade that. The Island was fun. The Island of Dr. Monroe is a classic. And then The Italian Job, probably more of a classic. So then we go down to here. So we have the original Italian Job. The IT Crowd, obviously The Jackal. The Jacket, which is an Adrian Brody movie, where he wakes up. That was quite a fun film to try and figure out. The Jonases, David Duchovny. It's kind of like the Suburban Family. The Judge, Robert Downey Jr. I really enjoyed this movie. Then with The Jungle Book, The Juror, which was a kind of fun who did it. And then we have The Karate Kids, The Kid. The Kids are alright. That's quite good. The Killer Inside Me, quite a harsh film, but I really enjoyed it. And then we have The Killing. We do have 1 and 2. I think they're at the in-laws in The Kingdom. The Kissing Booths, so they will all stay where they are. And The Kite Runner. That was enjoyable and interesting of like how they kind of interlink with each other. 2 boys. Last Boy Scout. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I did enjoy it. Lady in the Van was a fun movie. Lady Killers. I'll put on a rewatch pile because I'm not sure about that. The Lake House was fun, Keanu and Sandra. Last Airbender, I know a lot of people slate it, but I do love. The Last 5 Years, I haven't seen it, so that's. Then we had The Last King, a really good Forrest Whitaker movie. James McAvoy, I think, as well. The Last Kiss, not Zac Efron, from Scrubs. The Last Mumsy was a fun kind of kids movie. Then you had The Last of the Mohicans, The Last Samurai, The Last Witch Hunter, The Last Stand, which wasn't too bad. The Last Starfighter will definitely stay where it is. Lawnmower Man wasn't too bad. The Layover was quite fun. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen I enjoyed. The Legend of Bag of Ants, and then The Legend of Billie Jean, and then The Legend of Hercules. I think The Legend of Hercules was rubbish, so that will go. So let me move my bots out of the way, little Transformers. So then we had The Legend of Tarzan. I did enjoy that. I do enjoy most Tarzan movies. The Lego Movie 1 and Lego Movie 2 and Lego Batman will all stay because everything is awesome. Then we have the Librarian films. So if you're a fan of Noah Waihe, he starred in these. These were cheesy like TV movies back in the 90s. And then you have Season 2, I have Season 1. I think there's 4 seasons of that. The Life of David Gale, I've not seen. Lincoln Lawyer, I enjoyed. Matthew McConaughey, really enjoyed the TV series on Netflix. The Loft was quite fun. Who Did It? Lone Ranger, I enjoyed as well, regardless of. I'll start The Lone Ninja, I've not seen. The Longest Ride, I really enjoyed as well. It was quite sad. One for the girls. And then The Longest Week. I didn't think much to that as well, so that can go. And then we had The Longest Yard, which is obviously kind of a remake. The Long Kiss Goodnight. The Long Weekend, which was fun. Obviously The Lookout, I've not seen. And The Lorax will definitely stay because I like the Dr. Zeus films. Then we have The Losers. Sorry, moving everything around. Which I definitely enjoy. It's a comic book movie. The Lost Boys 1 and 2, but I don't have 3. The Lost Room, a great series. If you've not heard of it or seen of it, I definitely would recommend it. The Lost City of Z. Build it all up. It ended up being a bit lackluster, so that can go. The Love Guru. I love the Love Guru, so that was there. It is. The Lucky One, Zac Efron is a soldier returning from, kind of finding love. The Lucky Ones, that's quite an interesting one as well, where you have 3 strangers kind of meet and their journeys intertwine. The Machinist, a great movie from Christian Bale, what he went through. The Magnificent Seven. The Magistrate, I've not seen, so I don't know. And then we have The Magician, which I've never seen that either. Next up is The Magic Roundabout. I enjoy that with memories of the kid from the original TV series to the film. Obviously, it's got Lee Evans and Robert Williams in it. Then The Man, Eugene Levy. It's quite funny. And The Man from Nowhere. It's sealed. I've not seen it. The Man from Uncle. I enjoyed. Guy Pearce. The Man in the Iron Mask. I really enjoyed this movie. I'm a big fan of like the Musketeers. I think I grew up a lot in the 90s when there was a lot of like the Three Musketeers, The Man in the Iron Mask, The Musketeer. If you've ever seen that, that's a really fun. That's probably sitting around here as well. Then we had The Marine, the first John Cena movie, I think, which wasn't too bad. The Martian, Matt Damon. I really enjoyed this, except for there's no wind on Mars, so that's false. The Martins, obviously. Big fan of Lee Evans, Catherine, but it's a very silly one, but I still enjoy it. The Mask, can't be that, one of the first VHSs I ever had. The Mask of Zorro. And then we had The Mask of Demon. I've never seen it, so I don't know. The Matador, I quite enjoyed. Then we had the Matrix box set that Matt gifted me, so thank you very much for that again, Matt. And then Matrix Resurrection. Steelbook, that was there it is. And then we have the Maze Runner 1, 2 and 3. I really enjoyed this trilogy. I know it's kind of kids aimed at. I thought there were some good elements and it all worked really well together. How they changed the environment, one's in a maze and then you have to build the worlds. Then we had The Mechanic, really enjoyed 1. Wasn't the biggest fan of 2, which is why I don't own it. And then The Medallion. Good old Jackie Chan, can't go wrong with Meg. I really enjoyed this movie. The Men That Stare at Gates I thought was absolutely weird, so that can go. The Mexican I really enjoyed, about the gun. And then we had the middle series. I have season 1 in there and season 2, something I've tried to get my wife into but not. Then The Mighty Boosh. Remember this from back in the day and love it. That's not going to go anywhere. And then The Mighty Ducks. Again, I enjoyed that. Shameless TV series didn't get picked up. $1 Million Hotel. My friend hooked me up for this one. It is really good. It's a hipster film. It's very out there. The Missing, I've not seen it, so I don't know. Then we have The Mist, I really enjoyed. What an ending. The Mitchell Machine versus the Machines was fun as well. Carl Pilkington, that is obviously my wife's. The Mortal Instrument, I actually enjoyed this. Made me read half of the books. I quite enjoyed them as well. The Most Fertile Man in Ireland, I've never seen it, so that will stay. The Mountain Is Between Us, I've not seen it, so that will stay. Then we had the Mummy trilogy and then the Scorpion King 2. I've not even seen the Scorpion King, so that could probably go, but I think I'll have to watch it first. Right, there we go. That was The Musketeer, that's what I was talking about. That was quite a fun film. Then the Musketeer TV series 1, 2 and 3. And then Jackie Chan's The Myth, still sealed. The Naked Gun. I like Leslie Nielsen, but when you go back and revisit some of his stuff, it doesn't hold up to me, but maybe it's my age. Catherine Tate the Nan. Not a fan of Catherine Tate. Enjoyed her in Doctor Who, but I really found this movie quite funny. That's what I picked up for my wife. The Negotiator. Very good twist at the end. I'd recommend that. The Nest. This is quite good. I think it's a French movie about kind of a group of gangsters doing a heist and there's all like backstabbing and that. I thought it was very clever. The Net. Great movie from Sandra Bullock, Never Ended Story. Then DJ Qualls, the new guy, definitely stays there. The Next 3 Days, brilliant movie, starring Russell Crowe, definitely recommend. The Nice Guys, I enjoyed that. The Night Before, obviously a bit of a Halloween. The Night Clerk, is this the one I'm thinking? Yeah, this was really bad, so that can go. The Night Listener, I've not seen it. The Night Manager, brilliant. I'm glad they're doing a second series. Nightmare Before Christmas was fun. Nines, I will put rewatch. I remember not really liking it. It's like Ryan Reynolds playing different versions of himself. The Northman, I enjoyed. The Notebook, I thought was a very emotional movie. And the Number 23, good to see Jim Carrey doing something unusual. The Number 1 Girl, I've not seen. Then we had The Number Station, John Cusack, and that I quite enjoyed that one. The Nut Job, The Nutty Professor, Object of My Affection, Jennifer Aniston, and then we have The OC. Got it all for my wife, so that stays there. Jet Li's the one. AJ hooks me up with this Steelbook. The Orville Season 1, I need to get more of that. The Other Guys, I enjoyed. I think Foo Fighters, where they jump off the roof of the building. And The Other Girl. which is, I believe, where the song Savage Gardens, one of the Savage Gardens songs, is the video for it. And the other woman was fun, Vin Diesel. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I enjoyed that one. Then we have a bit of an unusual horror, The Pact, set in a house where two sisters, basically their parents die, or their mum dies. They go and look after this house that is basically theirs, and then there's weird stuff happening, and kind of this symbol gives away a little bit what's going on, but it does freak you out. Pelican Brief, good old Denzel, can't go wrong there. The Pentagon Papers, I remember watching this, it was alright, not one I would revisit, so that can go. The Perfect Catch, I enjoyed Drew Barrymore, Jimmy Fallon, when he was acting. Dean Cain again, like did he, didn't he, what was he? Obviously true story, so I like keeping the true stories, it's always fun. The Perfect Score, a very young Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans in a kind of heist type movie. The Pallbearer was quite fun. The Paperboy I enjoyed, even though it was a little bit weird. John Cusack again. Passion of the Christ, I enjoyed the movie. Big Mel Gibson and Jim Caviezel fan, so that'll stay. And then Mel Gibson again for The Patriot. Peacemaker was fun. The Peanut Butter Falcon is one I picked up recently due to a quiz. Pebble and the Penguin, obviously me and my wife are Penguin fans, so that will stay. The Phantom, I enjoyed that. The Phantom of the Opera, I enjoy the music stuff. It's one I'm never going to go watch again, so that will go. Do you know what? I'll even do the Pick of Destiny, because I thought this was a bag of shit as well. Pardon my French. As I throw stuff on the ground. The Pianist, really great movie. The Pianist, yeah, with Adrian Brody. The Pink Panther, I enjoyed. Pirates, obviously I like Aardman. The Pit. The Place Between the Vines, I'll keep that. It was interesting. The Polar Express, I'm going to get rid of. It's not one I'm going to revisit again. The Postman, I really enjoyed. You got to watch Prestige. That was the one I was thinking of. Between the Illusionist. Prince of Egypt, I enjoyed. The Princess Bride. My name is Diego Montoya. You Killed My Father. The Prisoner TV series, I thought was quite weird. Me and my wife did watch. Then we had The Promotion. Haven't seen it. The Proposal. You Can't Be. Sandra Bullock. Well, I can't remember her name. Then we have obviously the original Punisher. And then the first one with John Travolta as the bad guy, and then the guy who died. And the first two Purge films, I've only seen that one. So, Pursuit of Happiness, I really enjoyed. The Quest, I remember that, watching it with my dad quite a lot. The Quiet American, it was alright, but that can go. The Raid 1 and 2. The Ram and Gale, I really enjoyed this as well, Brittany Murphy. The Raven, one of the last kind of good movies from John Cusack. And then we had The Rebound. It was a fun watch. The Recruit, I like that, got quite a good twist in the end. Then we have The Replacements, I enjoy Keanu Reeves when he does action movies like this. I think this is when they're brought in for one term. It's based on real life. It's very interesting. Then we had The Resident movie, where you kind of got the stalker. Then the first series of this, because my wife was really into it. And there's Something About Mary. Hugh Grant, The Rewrite. We do love a good Hugh Grant movie. And then we have The Ring. So that is the American one, I think. Then we had The Ringer, as Johnny Knoxville playing a special kid. Found on The River Wild, I enjoyed. The Road, Viggo Mortensen, great movie. The Rock, love it. The Rocker, a very underappreciated kind of comedy movie. The Rocky Horror Show, that can go, because it's not one I'm ever going to revisit. The Romantics, I've not seen it, so I don't know. The Rover, not seen it, so I don't know. The Royal Tenenbaums, not seen it, so I don't know. The Rum Diaries was alright. The Running Man, I want to upgrade that. And then The Saint. So let me pause it there. And then we go back. So that's what we're working with so far. So 6 piles to go. 2 and a bit piles to go through. And then essentially what we have is here and here. So quite a big one. I'll move the power range. Just figure it out the way. So let's hopefully we get quite a lot. I'm hoping we'll hit our target. Thank you very much for watching the penultimate episode of my culling. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know any thoughts, any feelings in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button if you wish to, help the channel out, and otherwise I shall see you in the next one.